Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Ichiwings. Oops, excuse me. Ichiwings here. So today we are going to draw a bolt. I was planning on Tempest, but when I was trying to sketch him out to get his pose right, to make sure it would be okay, he kind of went beyond a sketch. So we're gonna be drawing Bolt today. So I will go ahead and start sketching her, and I'll give you kind of her backstory, a little bit of her backstory, as well as like the backstory of the world, so you kind of understand what I'm talking about when I talk about her story a little bit. So in the world of Meryl Order Cleric, what happens is it's a very post-apocalyptic world. Very long time ago, kind of cliched, the world got into a big war, and basically machines and technology kind of got out of hand. Well, the people using it, I should say, got out of hand and did things to cause the earth, to damage the earth, basically. So making it hard for life to basically survive. And so a group of people managed to survive, or some groups, I should say, in pretty much domed-like cities. What happened was when they would get like someone who was basically a criminal or did something very, basically the government or the leader of the city didn't like, and they would get exiled to the wastes to basically die. And after a while, well, a long while, the earth just started to heal itself, and plants and animals came back. Not the same that it did, and when it started to heal, magic came to the earth, and that is why there was magic and clerics and mages and stuff in this story. But the people who started to survive in the Outlands, in the Wastes, got known as Outlanders. Bolt is an Outlander. She's several generations of it. Some of the Outlanders started making villages and became farmers and whatnot. And some of those groups got seen as good, especially the villages, in at least the city's eyes. But as a whole, they're kind of seen as like second-class citizens for a long time. And a lot of people still don't trust them. Bolt, her family started off as farmers out in the wastes, which in some areas are more like prairies now. It's not so much wastelands or deserts. Some places slowly healing, some places are still really bad off. Really harsh environment for the most part. There are some like little oases and places like that. But for the most part, grasslands and prairies and deserts is what you'll find in the wastes. But her family were farmers, and what happened was one of the bad groups, like some of them are still very much scavengers and like steal, rape, plunder, what have you, were harassing her family and like the other people who lived in the area. And so her parents, they got real sick and tired of being attacked all the time by the scavenger groups, and started banding together all the families and other Outlanders, peaceful Outlanders for the most part, in the area, daughter of what is considered an Outlander leader. Her family and her whole group really became kind of nomadic. They don't necessarily stay in one spot. They have an area they stay in. It's kind of a territory. They do have like one main place, but they'll wander around in their area. But while her parents were trying to get all the people together, her family got attacked. Her and her brothers. And that's actually where she met Tempest. He was actually sent out to try and help deal with the scavenger group like attacking everyone, because it was becoming such a big issue. Even like with people just trying to travel to their wastelands and everything, they were attacking a lot of people. So he was sent out to try and like help deal with it. Him and a couple other clerics. And what happened is he's pretty much the only one that survived. And him and Bolt kind of like finished fighting them off together. Bolt lost an eye. Tempest became really injured, so he actually ended up staying with the Outlanders for a little while, and that's how him and Bolt met and become friends. Bolt is actually one of Tempest's best friends, and Tempest I'm not sure say he doesn't make friends easy, he just doesn't like a lot of people, at least well enough to like hang around him and like make friends with them. But Bolt is one of those people that he will actually like hang out with when he's not busy doing his clericy things, which is all the time. So, but personality wise, Bolt is a very like free, young lady. Like she's a little bit crazy. She's a free spirit. Like she likes to go out, do her thing. But while she's very, very free spirited, she also is rather responsible in the sense that she watches out for her little brothers. She tries to help them out. When they were younger, she kind of helped watch them. And when she was a teenager and they were still younger, she ain't afraid to like step up and do what needs to be done. But on the other hand, she likes to have like time to be off and go be free and be young. She is in her late 20s. I want to say she's 27 is what I made her. So she's starting to get a little bit older, but she still has really no real intention of settling down, which drives her mom crazy. Her dad doesn't seem to mind a whole lot, so long as whoever she decides to be with, or maybe is currently with, treats her right. Because at the end of the day, even though she's a grown woman, that's her baby. That's his baby girl. That is his princess. So he is super protective of his daughter. So right now, really what we're doing is getting the basic line art done. Since I will be doing a tutorial about doing some digital work, as well as scanning in how I like to ink, as far as to getting it ready to bring in to, say, like Photoshop or whatever program you use. I won't be worrying a whole lot about shading or super detail on this as of yet. But as you can see, there's a lot of lightning going on with Bolt, hence her name. Outlanders tend to like to like tinker and mess with stuff. And all the young Outlanders give each other like little nicknames and whatnot. And hers happens to be Bolt, because she wields a gun that shoots out lightning in different, I guess, it's not frequencies, but I guess varying degrees of severity of electric. So sometimes it can just stun. Sometimes it's to be a little less friendly than the stunning. So there's my basic Bolt with a rock. Oh yeah, I do that. So this is my basic Bolt with a rock and her rifle. Should we add in? Or should we just leave that space blank? Would it make it too busy? For now, I'm going to leave it. Because I feel like it may make it a little bit too busy to add in something over here and try and make it look good. Because I don't want to add something in just to have something else in there and it not look good. So we'll just leave her here. Like I said, we will be fixing her up in Photoshop, because I plan on doing a little bit of tutorials about fixing up line art, how to adjust a little bit of like mistakes, and the two different main ways I like to bring in for Photoshop, and how to redo or fix the line art and such. So we are going to leave her more or less like this for tonight, and we will do some inking for either her or my Tempest drawing that I did earlier. so that we can get a variety of things to show you guys. At least how I like to do some stuff. Alright. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed the speed drawing. It wasn't really me going over like how I like to draw things. I can break that down for you. I did feel like I had a little bit of rough time starting out with this tonight. I don't know why she was so much more difficult than Tempest, because I'm usually usually a lot easier for me to draw women than it is men. It may just be the pose for some reason. I just couldn't get. Every once in a while, I just have a hard time with those things. But he's not finished. This is what we have so far for Tempest, obviously. But I would also like to do a little tutorial about digital coloring with this one as far as effects, because he's doing a little bit of magic in there. So once I get him all done, we will do fun stuff with him, fun stuff with Bolt. So that's some stuff we got to look to forward to the future. If you have any like questions, suggestions, comments, please put in the comments below. Please subscribe, like, follow. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and DeviantArt with the same name here. But I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I hope everyone has a great, great night. And I thank all of you for watching.